Is that the eye with
Yeah,
the
those
hair?
are. Yeah, with the eyelashes. He's winking at you. All right. All right, I'm about to get started, so you're going to listen or not, okay? All right, so. All right, so this is the way it basically looked before we did anything to it, okay? This white stuff on the outside, this thicker layer, what is that? Dura mater, okay? Everything between the dura mater and touching the brain is going to be the what? Arachnoid mater. And that's where all these blood vessels are, those black things that you see on your brain, those are the arachnoid mater, okay? And this part that's really like that's sort of clear or shiny, let me see if I can get some, let's see if I can find a place. I'll find it in just a second. That's the pia mater, but they usually I can find somewhere to find it. See that it's shiny up here? That's very, see that thin layer right there? That's the pia mater. It actually is even thinner than that, but see how underneath it looks different? That's because there's a very thin connective tissue on the outside. See that layer right there? Looks like skin or just like connective tissue. Okay,
That's the pia mater?
That's the pia mater, okay? All right, so you got dura mater, arachnoid mater, which is all the blood vessels, and then the pia mater right there, okay? All right, what are the, underneath most of the blood vessels, where you have those, and then that's where the sulci are, the little cracks, okay? You can see how you can divide, if you go through the pia mater, you actually divide up, and there's already a crack there, okay? I'm not creating that, I'm just sort of dividing it out, okay? So that's what the sulci are. What are the gyri?
The raised part.
The raised part. So this part right here is the gyri. That's the sulcus. Okay. All right. So starting from underneath, from the back. Okay. This thinner part is spinal cord. All right. When it raises here, that's the medulla. Okay. This is the cerebellum down here. Okay. When it gets past the cerebellum, there's like one more little like bump there. That bump is the pons. That's where we connect the cerebellum up to the cerebrum. Okay. Now, this is not on your brain, so you need to pay particular attention. You see all these blood vessels right here? Okay, on each side? Those connect to the pituitary. So this thing in the middle that sort of looks like a tick, okay, that's the pituitary gland. In front of that, these things are the what? You may know what those are? No. These are optic nerves that then they cross right here and connect at the optic chiasm. And these are pretty hard, okay? Now obviously this is not one nerve. It's just it's a bundle of nerves. These white things on the front, those are, and this, we pull back, it's this right here. Those are their olfactory bulbs. Some of yours have them, some of yours do not, okay? All right, any questions so far on the outside? You need to, from the outside, be able to identify the lobes. Okay, the frontal lobe is up here. Okay, there's a line basically right here. See this sulcus right here that divides the frontal from the parietal, which is back here. Okay, and I'll try to make it clear. The frontal will be up here. The parietal will be directly on top, going down like this. The temporal will come in from the side, and the occipital will come in from the back. But look where it's pointing. If I'm pointing right here, that's the what? Cerebellum. But if I'm pointing right here, that's the occipital lobe. Now, there will be questions, like it'll be dissected, there'll be a pin in it that's sticking up like this, a couple pins, and then there'll be questions sitting right here that'll be taped down. 1, don't touch the questions. 2, make sure you read the questions. So if it says in number 2, and it's pointing right here, what lobe is this? Okay, and you put gyri, sulcus, cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. Those are all stupid answers, okay? If you read the question, it gives you that. There's only 4 choices now. You see what I'm saying? So read the question, all right? All right, now, any questions on the outside before we move on? If it says, what is the connective tissue, and you tell me cerebrum, that doesn't make sense, okay? It obviously is one of the meninges. You see what I'm saying? The questions will lead you to the answer, but you have to read them. Also, not everybody will start at question 1. They'll be all laid out in a circle, and there'll be like 30 questions. Well, if you start here, you may start on 8 through 10. Well, it'll say 8, 9, 10. The little pins in there, we'll have little flags on them, will say 8, 9, 10. So read the question and make sure they match up, okay? Any questions? All right, you might want to stop and then, because